Hey, Sega Saturn guys and girls, this is Dave from Sega Saturn SHIRO, and I wanted to do a quick little introduction video to Choro Park. This is actually for a friend over on the Saturn junkyard, Father K, or Simon as we all know him. If you're on YouTube, you may not, but you need to go check out the Saturn junkyard. They put out a lot of awesome, great content. But he was playing this game, and he just messaged me and said, you know what? I give up. I'm gonna have to, you're gonna have to do a video, kind of get me over this language barrier because I'm just not getting, what it wants me to do. And I feel like that's what happens with a lot of folks who are just burning discs or trying out import games. They've heard that it's great, but they get into it, they hit that language barrier, and they're just not certain what they're supposed to do. And this is definitely one of those games that I highly recommend this game. I swear. It's a fun game, it's an awesome game, but it does have a bit of a language barrier, and if you can't get past that, you're just not going to get it, and you're going to chuck the bin. You're going to chuck the disc in the bin, okay? We don't want you to do that. So I'm going to try to, in the most simplest terms, get you into this game and get you playing so that you guys can experience how fun Choro Park really is, okay? First screen we're greeted with is internal RAM or backup RAM, okay? I'm using an action replay because I'm playing a burned disc, like many of you might be after watching this video. So I'm choosing internal RAM, okay? This screen right here is very important. This game assumes that you are either a child if you are playing in the morning hours, or you are an adult if you're playing in the late evening hours, okay? You may not know that at first, but it's very important. This is one of those examples of where you can use the Saturn's internal clock to affect the gameplay, okay? So right now I have it set to 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:02, that's fine. I'm gonna use that, okay? But if you happen to be playing this at night, if you watch this video and now it's nighttime and you're playing it at night, think about changing your Saturn's clock at first just to set it in the morning, okay? You might have better results, okay? It might open you up to more vehicles. Now, Takara, that's the screen that we just saw. Takara is a Japanese toy manufacturer, and they were hugely popular. I mean, they're still popular, they still make toys, but in the 80s and 90s, they had these little penny racers in Japan, and they were hugely popular. This was before Pokemon. These things were collectible, like a lot of things in Japan, and the idea was you collect these little penny racers, and you got to collect them all. And they came over to the United States, and they were called penny racers instead of Choro Qs, but I'm not sure if they were in Europe or PAL territories, but that's beside the point. Anyway, you get these little penny racers, and they are like any kind of pullback spring-powered car, except that you need a penny in the back. There's a little slot in the back. You put the penny in the back, and it activates the vehicle. It also allows them to do like little stunts and tricks and stuff like that. But anyway, they were powered by a spring, and that's really important because the cars in this game that Takara made, they did it to analog that. So the cars in this game run on a spring. That's what you're supposed to assume here, is that the cars run on a spring and that you're basically racing around toy cars. And that's important as we get into this because you're gonna see, let me get my coffee here, and you see that the idea in this game is to not only collect all of the cars, but also to place them strategically on the course so that when the spring power of one car runs out, you switch over to another car. So you've always got something in your arsenal, okay? We're gonna start a save game here. And I'm using the original Japanese D-pad. And if you use the shoulder buttons, you can see that you can enter your name in English if you prefer. Otherwise, you can use the katakana or hiragana, whatever you so choose, okay? So this first screen right here is really just like a grab bag. Because of the way that we set the Saturn's clock, it's kind of random. What we actually get to choose from in the shop later on is kind of going to be random. So right now we have to choose, what do we want to select from this grab bag? And right now I can tell you this car is the safety vehicle. That's your off-road vehicle, and then this right here is kind of like your all-around, all-terrain, or I'm sorry, this one is like your long-distance vehicle. It has a really powerful spring, but it doesn't turn very well. But it's also the most valuable or the most expensive car to buy. So I'm probably start out with that one. We're probably going to grab that one, and we'll get right into, because that doesn't count against your coin. You get that car for free. That's just kind of like your starting car. So when you get to this menu, avoid the record screen for right now because you don't have any records. Also avoid free run, okay? Because as tempting as it is, it's English, it's understandable. You don't have any progress in this game, so it's not going to do anything for you. You're going to want to get right into the island. Sorry, I'm living on coffee this early in the morning, so we get into the island here. And the cool thing you're going to notice about this game is that it's not only a blend of like Mario Kart, but also like tuning car games, kind of like Gran Turismo, but to a lesser extent. They really put a lot of replay value into this game. And I'm just going to show you real quick what's on the map. Here's your save station, okay? Here's your shop. That's where we're going to buy more Choro Qs, and we're going to need to do that first before we do anything else. Here is your record house. That's where you're going to look at your records if you have records. Here's your garage for tuning your vehicle. Down here is your training grounds. That's where most people go first, and that's a mistake that they all make. But we do need to get there. That's where we're going to get our license. There's your bulletin boards. It's all in Japanese. You're going to need some kind of translation FAQ, or you're going to use your phone with Google Image Translate so that you can figure that out. But those are all bulletins. Here's your paint shop. That's where you're going to paint your vehicle. Here is your weather report. That's going to, show you what weather it is on each circuit that you're racing. So right now it's raining on most of these circuits. This doesn't have a circle on it, but this is your Alpine course. Down here is your, what is this? Your forest rally course. Here's your general circuit. Here's the castle, the Choro Q castle. Over here is like the metropolitan course. And down here is like a little gambling feature. Up here, we're not going to really talk about this right now, but that is like a trading card game aspect to this game. We're not going to get into that right now. What we are going to do is, before we head on over to the training course, we're going to go buy more Choro Qs. Because one of the biggest mistakes people make is they see that red circle and they think, okay, well, I don't understand anything that's going on here, but I must have to go there because it's circled red. And you're not completely wrong. But if you go there with only one vehicle, you're not going to understand what to do because you actually need multiple vehicles in order to run this race, okay? So first thing you do is you come to the shop. This is not scripted, by the way, so I'm literally just going off the cuff. I hope that's okay. So I have 100 coin, as you can see at the top there. 100 coin to spend. So I'm going to get into this shop here, and I'm going to stock up on, as you can see, the vehicle that I picked at the beginning was worth 40 coins. It offered me two other vehicles, 5 coin safety vehicle and a 15 coin off-road vehicle. I guess a good thing that I chose the 40 coin vehicle because that didn't count against my 100 coin allowance. So now I get to stock up on, let's see, the off-road vehicle. Let's grab it. Let's grab this, we'll grab this safety vehicle. That's for like getting a good start. And then we can grab this long distance bus here. So now we've got 4 vehicles, and you can see down here, sorry, that was the middle option that I chose. Down here is exit out of the menu. You choose this middle option, and now you can see what you've got on your grid here. And these are all of the cars that you're expected to collect over the course of this game, okay? So I've purchased 3 in addition to the one that I chose at the beginning. I have 4 cars, okay? That's perfect. Because now I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna get my license. And right now there's 2 licenses that you're able to unlock. One for the general circuit and one for the forest rally course, okay? So let's come into the license section. And we are going to, hold on just a second, all right, so had a little interruption. So anyway, when we get into this first one is a video showing us what we need to do. And then this second one is what we actually need to do, okay? And since I'm here showing you, we're gonna skip the video for now. This is exit out of the menu, okay? So we're gonna go in here. Here you got your general circuit. Here you got your forest, okay? So general and forest. That is, I forget what that is. Don't worry about it. It's not for now. Anyway, so we're gonna get our license for the general circuit. All right, so we acknowledge that. Now, when you come to the screen, you might wonder, like, what the hell am I supposed to do, okay? And if you only had one car, you would be right to wonder that, because you really need more than one car in order to do well on this course. So we're gonna select this first option and we're gonna place our safety vehicle there, okay? We've got that. Now over here, we're gonna place like our off-road vehicle. Let's place that there, okay? And then to round it out, let's place our all-weather vehicle down here, okay? Now that we've got 3 cars placed on this course, and there's only 3 spots to place, we can use our L and R bumper to change from automatic to manual transmission. That option, I don't know what it is. It might just be, it selects for, I don't know what that is. I can't speak to that. I always use automatic. That's just what I do on this game. And then press start, okay? So we're gonna press start and get right into it. Lots of folks who just end up tossing this game, this is all they ever play of the game. And this is all that they know of the game. And if that's the case, that's kind of sad. Because this is really just testing out to make sure you understand the mechanic. Every time you drive over a change pad, it's going to change the type of your vehicle from one of the ones that you've selected in your arsenal, okay? So this is the safety vehicle. This is a great vehicle to place at the start just to get you going because it has good acceleration. However, it has a very small spring, so it doesn't last very long. This one that I'm racing right now is the off-road, and now I've just switched over to the all-weather, okay? Has a very terrible turning radius, but you get the idea, okay? One thing you'll notice is that when those springs wear down, your vehicle starts going really slow. So if you were playing this game and going really slow and wondering why it was so slow, that's why. It's because your spring ran out and you didn't have any other cars to change out, okay? So I'm just gonna finish up here. And there you go. It's as simple as that. You just prove to them that you understand the concept and you get your license. It's not like anything you have to keep trying at or anything like that. Now they give you a replay option, but I'm not gonna make you guys watch my terrible, I'm not gonna make you watch that, but you get the idea. So there's 2 things we can do now. We could stick around and we could get our Forest Rally license. Okay, there's my license right there, stamped with the Choro Q, and it says like how quickly I was able to finish that. So that's great. Now, like I said, there's 2 things we could do. We could stick around in the training course, and we could get our Forest Rally, or and then that would open this up. You'd see a red circle there, but we're not going to do that right now. I'm just going to get you right into the general circuit so you can kind of see what the real gameplay is like in this game, okay? And I'm going to select the top. I'm going to select the top option here because I was just playing this last night and I forget what those middle options do. Don't worry about them for right now. I'll comment on it later if I remember. But anyway, we need to place our vehicles like I said before. So we're going to place one there at the start. Come down here. Let's place our off-road vehicle there. We'll do our all-weather there. And then finally, on this long stretch, that's a perfect place for this van because this has a really long spring, stamina. It's our stamina vehicle. However, it has a terrible turning radius. Like it can't turn for anything. So that's why it's great on a straightaway like that. And then as long as we use our shoulder bumper to select automatic, we can go ahead and press start. Now Simon, if you're watching this, this is where the real meat of the game comes into play. This is where it kind of turns out to be, you know, a real fun kind of like Mario Kart game. Now those coins, they're not just coins like in Mario Kart. You really need to collect those coins because that's how you're going to buy new vehicles, okay? So collect all the coins that you possibly can. Well, I gotta drop that oil can. So you will notice that you can pick up oil, you can pick up cans of oil, And you can also pick, see, he can't turn, that car cannot turn worth a darn. But it's okay, because I don't have to use him for very long. Anyway, pick up all the coins. Try to pick up those tires, because you can lob them at your rivals. If I can catch up to this guy, I'll show you a demonstration of that. Oh, darn it. There you go. And of course, the oil is very much like the banana in Mario Kart. So, you know, I know Mario Kart has tuning now. The newer Mario Karts, like on the 3DS and on the Switch and stuff like that, they all have tuning now. But this, you know, when this came out, this was great. That it allowed you to tune your vehicles like this, and you can tune the engine, you can tune the tires. I really got to catch up to that person in first place, but I think I lost him. Come on, where are ya? There he is. If I could just lob this tire at him. I don't think I'll catch up to him in time. Not with this vehicle, it can't turn with a darn. Oh darn. Okay, it's over. But you get the idea, I mean, you know. If I could just catch up to him, he's got better speed than I do. That's where the engine tuning is really going to come in handy. Alright, so anyway, I got second place. Not great, but you can watch a replay if you want of how terrible I just did. Now I know this game came out on the PlayStation, but I can't speak to how good it was on that system. I mean, I'm sure it was good. Maybe some people might even say that it was better. I never played it. This is the only version of this game that I've ever played, but I really enjoy it. I'm gonna get right out of this, and we're coming up on like 17 minutes in the video here. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I need to show you before calling it a day here. So it gives you, we've opened up a new car, or I mean we didn't earn that car, but we opened it up to buy, and we also earned some points. Okay, so when we get back out to the main map here, you're going to be able to see down in the bottom corner right here, we got 10 coins, okay? That's not a lot. We're going to have to race a heck of a lot more in order to get anywhere, but in order to get some new cars. But at least, you know, you understand what we're supposed to do here. Now, if you want to race on the forest course, and all those other courses, like the Alpine course, I mean, those are all blocked off. You don't have the option to do those right now. And you won't until you're able to get first place on the general and on the forest course. But I'm just going to take you through real quick. Oh, we did actually earn that car. I'm sorry, I misspoke. We actually earned the police car by coming in second on that race. Yeah, so, and I just placed my off-road vehicle at the beginning of the off-road section, so that makes sense, right? I'm going to use the police car here. This is a drift vehicle. Let's see how that goes. Alright, change to automatic transmission and start this out. So we're going for our rally license right now, or our off-road license, so that we can open up the rally course. So let's go ahead and get a nice smooth start here. Come around here. As soon as we cross this change pad, it changes over to our off-road vehicle, which is advantageous. That's what we need. Alright, now this should change us to the drift vehicle. I can't say as I've actually used the drift. There we go. It's got that little bit of drifting going on. I haven't really used the drift vehicle before, so I'm not going to be able to tell you guys much about it, but it looks like it looks fun. I just remember collecting these as a kid. My brother and I, we would go to the grocery store with our mom, And you know, if we were well behaved, then we would get a reward. She'd let us pick out one of these things, and you never knew what you were going to get. I think later on they just kind of sold them where you could like pick out, but it used to be kind of like a little capsule, and you didn't know what you were going to get, and you'd have to collect them all. So there was kind of a random element to it, and they were a lot of fun. So, you know, good memories. Came in first on that one, so that's cool. So then you get your little license stamped here once it loads. There you go. Okay, so you got your license stamped. Now you are certified. You are good to go for the forest course. So now over here you can see the forest course opened up, and now you can go for it. You want to stock yourself up with vehicles that are good for off-road. You want to stock yourself with vehicles that are good for all weather. Look, you come over to the forecast, you can see, oh, it's going to be sunny. So, you know, as long as it's sunny, it's not raining, you're not going to have to worry too much about all-weather vehicles. But that's where, you know, there's some strategy involved in this game, and I like that. You come over here to the tuning shop, and you can change things like, you can change the gear ratio on your engine, you can change the power, you can change the weight, you can lower the weight or increase the weight on a vehicle to give it more traction, and you can also change the hardness or softness of the tires, so that's fun. I'm going to come over here to the save station real quick. And the two first options, so here you got save right here. Here you got load. Here you got clear all save data, okay? And then here you got go back to the main menu, like that, go all the way out to the main menu. We don't want that. So I'm just gonna save right here in that first slot. It asks me if I want to overwrite. Height, that's yes. And we are done. Well, Simon and anybody else watching, you guys, I hope that you guys go out and try this game, okay? Sega Saturn SHIRO, we did a podcast episode a few episodes back. We talked about Choro Park in our obscure game of the cast, and I know Kay, he had the same kind of issue that Simon was having, where he was just getting into the game, and in the first 10 or 15 minutes of trying it out, it just didn't grip him, you know. And he was just like, I just don't see where this is going, you know. So and you know, we all have, you know, time is limited, you know, so it's easier to just move on to the next thing. But I'm telling you, if you invest in this game, you get into it, and you just get past that first, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of formalities, there's a lot of fun to be had in this game, you guys. So I recommend you go out, check it out. Choro Park on the Sega Saturn, you guys. And always remember, you must play Sega Saturn. This has been Dave from Sega Saturn SHIRO signing out. See ya.